Hi, this is Alan Donald with the Alan Donald Real Estate team at Keller Williams Realty. One of our duties as agents is to explain to potential buyers and sellers all the changes in the industry, in the real estate industry and all the affiliated industries. There is a major change coming down the line for the lending industry, the mortgage industry, and we've invited Jim Duffy with Atlantic Bay Mortgage. Jim has been in the industry for a long time and knows what changes are coming down that will affect everyone in the real estate. Jim,
thanks for having me, Alan.
Yeah, thank you for coming. What are the changes that are coming down the line?
Well, there are three important changes and three big ones. First, the good faith estimate is going away, being replaced by a lending estimate. And the second change is the HUD-1, or the settlement statement, that closing document is going away, replaced by a closing document, is what it's being called now. And the third one is the waiting period is becoming mandatory to have that in the buyer's hands 3 days prior to closing. So those are three big changes. Two I like, one is going to disrupt a little bit.
Okay, you know, changes in name. I mean, we've had changes since the meltdown. We have changes the constant, right?
Exactly.
So I mean, the first change, the estimate. What does that mean for the consumer?
That's the least of the changes, because we always issue a good faith estimate, and it has to be out within 3 days of making application, and that remains constant. Still, it has to be out 3 days after application. It's a little bit clearer to read. It has more information. The current good faith estimate is actually lacking two very important things, which is cash to close and your monthly payment. And that will be on this new lending estimate.
Cash to close and monthly payment, very, very important. We always get that question. Okay, second change, the HUD statement.
And that change I like a lot, because the HUD, all those line items, all those fees, the down payment and the fees, they don't match the current good faith estimate. So it's a bit confusing at closing. It's going to match almost line for line now, so I like that one a lot.
Fantastic. And what about the third one?
Third one could be a bit disruptive, Alan, I got to say, because right now it's recommended that lenders get the closing docs out to the closing attorney 3 days prior to closing. It's recommended. It's going to become mandatory. So if that approval comes right up to the line, to the closing dates, it could delay closings in a lot of cases.
So Jim, with all these changes, what are your recommendations?
Well, I think I recommend first to go with a lender that has these changes already incorporated into their system. And for example, our drop dead date to have everything done is now 4 days prior to the closing date per the contract.
Okay. Well, also very importantly for purchasers, make sure that if the lender asks for documents last minute, you're on top of it immediately, so it doesn't cause any additional delays. And also, another thing that I would recommend is don't book the moving truck for the scheduled closing day, because it might trigger 1 day wait, and then the moving truck needs to sit there.
Oh, I recommend, 24 to 48 hours afterward, just to give a little cushion in case needed. Great advice.
Well, fantastic. Jim, thank you so much for coming here.
Alan. Good to be here.
And this is Alan Donald. If you have any other questions, please send us an email to alan@alandonald.com or call us on 843-900-0155. Until the next one.